There are days when life feels overwhelming. You wake up already tired. You try to stay positive, but the weight on your chest never quite lifts. Maybe something didn't go as planned. A dream that fell apart, a relationship that faded, or just the slow exhaustion of holding everything together when no one seems to notice. You tell yourself to be grateful, that others have it worse, but somehow that only makes you feel worse. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. In moments like these, gratitude might feel impossible or even fake. But here's the truth. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about finding small sparks of light, even when the world feels dark. And neuroscience shows that these tiny sparks matter more than we think. Psychologist Robert Emmons once said, "Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a way of seeing the world that changes everything you feel." Welcome to our channel. This is a space where psychology, neuroscience, behavior science, and design come together to support mental well-being, resilience, and human flourishing. So today, we'll explore how gratitude can help your brain recover from stress, how to write a gratitude journal that actually works, and how this 3-minute practice can become a lifeline when life gets hard. Let's begin. A journey from heaviness to hope, from survival to strength. How gratitude changes the brain. Our brains are wired for survival, not happiness. That's why we remember criticism more than compliments and replay painful moments over and over. This is called the negativity bias, a survival mechanism that once protected us from danger, but now often traps us in cycles of stress and worry. In neuroscience, there's a concept called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself through repeated thoughts and behaviors. Every time you think, feel, or write something, your brain is literally reshaping its pathways. When you feel anxious, your amygdala, the brain's fear center, lights up, triggering your fight or flight response. But when you shift your focus to gratitude, your prefrontal cortex, responsible for emotional regulation and empathy, becomes more active. At the same time, activity in your amygdala decreases. This switch calms the stress response and strengthens the neural circuits linked to joy and contentment. It's not about ignoring pain. It's about training your brain to also notice safety, kindness, and beauty, so your nervous system can start to rest. A study from Indiana University found that people who practiced gratitude showed increased activation in the brain's reward centers, even months after the exercise ended. And research from UC Davis revealed that people who kept gratitude journals slept better, had lower stress hormones, and felt more hopeful about the future. So gratitude isn't just positive thinking. It's neural rehabilitation, a way of teaching your brain to see life through a calmer lens. It's also a neurological training, one that teaches your brain to notice what's right instead of what's wrong. How to journal when life feels hard. When life hurts, writing, "I'm grateful for everything," can feel empty. Some people feel it didn't work. That's because effective gratitude isn't about listing things, it's about feeling them. So don't force it. Start where you are, with honesty. Here are 3 science-backed ways to make your gratitude practice truly powerful. Step 1. Start small, start true. Don't aim for perfection. You can write, "I'm grateful I made it through today." Or, "I'm thankful for a quiet 5 minutes alone." Even the smallest good thing can become an anchor. Step 2. Be specific and add emotion. Don't just write, "I'm grateful for my family." Write, "I'm grateful my mom called me today just to ask how I was. It made me feel loved and supported." Specific memories activate the brain's emotional centers, making the gratitude more vivid and sincere. When you describe details, like, "I'm grateful for the sound of rain tonight, it makes me feel calm," you engage the brain's sensory and emotional regions. That's what transforms words into real feelings. Step 3. Reflect on why it matters. Positive psychology pioneer Martin Seligman found that when people not only recall good things, but also reflect on why they are grateful, the positive impact doubles, because it helps your brain link gratitude to meaning, not just memory. So go deeper. For example, say, "I'm grateful my friend listened to me today because it reminded me I'm not alone." Step 4. 3 minutes a day consistently. A Harvard Medical School study found that spending just 3 minutes a day listing 3 things you're thankful for and doing it consistently for 21 days significantly reduces anxiety and depression scores. Consistency matters more than length. Do it in the morning before checking your phone or at night before sleep. Make it a small emotional ritual, a moment just for you. Even writing, "I'm thankful for this warm cup of coffee," is your brain learning how to feel joy again. Gratitude as emotional resilience. Psychologist Barbara Fredrickson proposed the broaden and build theory, which says that positive emotions expand our awareness and build lasting psychological resources like resilience, creativity, and connection. Gratitude is one of the most powerful positive emotions we can cultivate. When you train your mind to look for things to appreciate, when you feel grateful, even for something small, you momentarily break free from fear's narrow focus. Your perspective widens. You start to see options, connections, possibilities. This emotional flexibility is what resilience is made of. Grateful people don't avoid pain. They recover faster because they can still see what's good alongside what's difficult. This shift doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how you live. Grateful people are more likely to help others, sustain healthy relationships, and recover faster from stress and setbacks. In times of crisis, gratitude becomes a form of courage. It says, "I can acknowledge my pain and still notice what sustains me." Researcher Sonia Lyubomirsky found that regular gratitude practice increases life satisfaction, strengthens relationships, and even improves physical health markers like immune function. She also found that people who regularly practice gratitude perform better at work, experience less burnout, and report higher creativity. It's not a miracle. It's a muscle, one that grows stronger each time you use it. Simply put, gratitude transforms you from a reactive mind to a creative one. when gratitude becomes healing. When gratitude becomes a habit, you start to realize it's not the world that changes, but the way you see it. Over time, gratitude shifts from being something you do to something you live. You start to see beauty in ordinary things. The smell of rain, a stranger's smile, the feeling of breath in your lungs. Challenges still appear, but anxiety no longer runs the show. In its place grows a quiet strength, a sense of, I can handle this. Each time you write down something you're thankful for, you're whispering to life itself. I'm still here. I still choose to see the good. Life doesn't get easier, but it starts to feel softer, more spacious. Each page in your journal becomes proof. Even on hard days, something good exists. Even in darkness, light can still be found. And slowly, your mind learns. Peace isn't something you find at the end of struggle. It's something you practice, one small thank you at a time. That's how transformation begins, not in grand gestures, but in small, consistent moments of awareness. You might still wonder, can writing down a few words really change anything? If you spend just 3 minutes a day writing down 3 things that make your heart warm, you'll notice that the world doesn't change. You do. These 3 minutes a day help you see what's still okay. You'll realize the storm hasn't disappeared, but you've learned how to breathe inside it. It's not happiness that makes us grateful, it's gratitude that makes us happy. David Steindl-Rast. Gratitude reconnects you to yourself, to others, to life. Anxiety softens, calm begins to grow. If you'd like a simple place to start, I've created a 1-page gratitude worksheet that you can download for free. It's designed to be gentle and easy. Just enough structure to help you pause, reflect, and notice one good thing, even on difficult days. You can click the link below to download it and use it anytime you need a moment of calm. So before you close this video, take a breath and ask yourself, what are you grateful for today? And if this practice speaks to you, consider subscribing or sharing it with someone you care about, someone who might need a little light right now. Together, let's make gratitude our quiet revolution, 3 minutes at a time. I'll see you next time.